I actually started my career in radio and grew up listening to this guy like so many of us did. An absolute legend. His voice has been a comforting presence on the airways for a career that has spanned 6 decades. You wouldn't know by looking at him. Now the legendary DJ is bringing back his hit quiz show for a second season. Lots to talk about.
Yeah, covering music from the 1950s to the present day. Popmaster TV will feature a fresh round of celebrity contestants putting their pop knowledge to the test. Ken Bruce is here, as you can see. I think I've just ruled myself out of being ever invited onto that, haven't I?
Failed the audition.
That was an audition that I failed.
I may be able to sort of reclaim some ground here with some other questions which I'm holding in
Oh,
reserve
God,
here.
I doubt it, because that was what I thought I knew. Look, Ken, it's lovely to see you. I mean, it is an extraordinary career you've had. Adil has been taking the mickey out of me all morning because I have a radio show that was on air when you were on Radio 2 at the same time. Now, of course, on your new radio show, your new home, also on air there as well. And you've just been like a behemoth of popularity. It was like, don't even bother looking at his figures because you can't compete.
Well, I mean, that's very kind of you to say so, but when you're on radio, you're really, as you know, just talking to one person. You don't think of a big audience, and I think if you start thinking like that, then it all starts to go wrong.
I've done radio shows when I've actually spoken to just the one person.
And they ignored you, which is even worse, you know.
And even they can call in.
No, but it's a very individual and close medium, so you don't think of big audiences. It's lovely that people do listen, but it doesn't change what you do in any way.
Are you still as passionate about it? Of course you're doing TV, but are you still as passionate about radio and how important it is?
It is important, but it's fun. That's the main thing. That's why I think those of us who keep doing it do, because it's fun to do. You know, you go in, you might be feeling a bit rough one morning, and you think, oh, God, you know, but you get on, you play some lovely music, and people write in, as you know, and say lovely things and make you laugh. And at the end of the show, you always feel better than you did at the start.
I bet what's changed for you... Sorry, Adil, I will shut up in a moment. I bet what's changed for you that you say write in from when you began is, of course, they're not writing in what we think of. You don't find out a couple of days later when the post lands. You find out instantly on text, on social media. There's a very immediate interaction, isn't there?
That's the biggest change of all, because when I started, it was a pile of postcards wrapped up in an elastic band. And if you said something, it was 2 days before you got a response. Now you can say something and there's 10 seconds. You've got a text in or an email. So it's changed completely. But the basis of it is just the same. People are responding. It's a dialogue. It's a two-way thing. You get audiences who want to be part of your show and you want to include them.
But the listener experience, it's so unique to any other media, isn't it, really? The fact that you become this friend, you become this sort of part of our lives, radio presenters. I mean, you know, people will just have you on in the background today no matter what's going on in their lives. It's incredible. Now, look, we shouldn't underestimate. You were at what I always call the mecca of music radio. Radio 2 was a place, if you were in music radio, you aimed to be at. I was lucky enough to stand in for Lisa Tarbuck a few times. Massive place, you know. To leave that must have been probably the hardest decision of your entire career. Really.
Well, I don't think so, because anything, you do it for a long time, there comes a point where you think, this is the point I need to leave. And I'd done almost everything that I wanted to do at Radio 2, and I thought, it's time to leave and just try something else while you still can. You know, you're still relatively young enough to do it. So I thought, if I don't do it now, I never will. So I thought, let's try something else.
Greatest Hits, and you took Popmaster with you to Greatest Hits Radio. You've got the TV series coming out. You're going to try a few questions with us now. We haven't been very good with the first one. But let's see. We're all going to work together as a team, Charlotte.
Okay, Charlotte's going to ace this.
I don't know.
You got any classical music? She'll be good at that.
Well, try this question, OK?
Go on.
When ABBA won Eurovision in 1974, how many points did the UK award them?
I've got a feeling we were really poor. We gave them, like, 1 point maybe.
No.
Like
Really?
Yeah. I've got a vague memory. We didn't instantly do it.
What
do you think? Like,
you say 1 point. Higher or lower? So we're going to do a boost for sight here.
We'll go with UK, I think. Do you think?
OK.
What about nothing?
Nothing.
Scottish.
They did it.
Zero.
No point.
Shameful. wonderful.
That's amazing.
No, we have no taste in those days. OK, I'll try another one on you.
OK.
Austria's Conchita Wurst won Eurovision in 2014 with which song?
Oh, God.
Should just have you through with a phoenix.
Do you like my beard?
Right to the phoenix.
That'll do for me.
Oh,
That's it. Yep. Rise. Rise like a phoenix. But that's...
Oh, hang on. We don't want exact answers on Popmaster.
That's
sorry. I'm taking that.
But near enough and everything.
The Quizmaster's decision is final. I've given that one.
Ken.
Very welcome.
Go on.
Here's a good one. In which year did Lulu win Eurovision with Boom Bang a Bang?
I mean, they're all too young.
No idea.
I
It's
don't
got to
think
be
you were even
sometime
born.
in the 60s. I was born
Yeah.
in
Late
60s.
They've heard of the Battle of Hastings.
69.
69, very
69.
good. Yeah. And interestingly, it was a four-way tie that year.
Was it?
Four-way tie.
Four-way tie.
Four-way tie.
Wow. OK, you know it all.
Well, no,
Is there
I looked
more?
it up.
Is there more?
And one more. The 2015 song Tonight Again by Guy Sebastian marked which country's Eurovision debut?
Say it again.
2015.
Yeah.
Eurovision debut of which country? Song called Tonight Again by Guy Sebastian.
2015.
So who came in?
Oh, is it
2015?
Australia?
Charlotte's got it. Yeah.
I
Right.
a big fuss about after they be in
That's
Europe.
not too bad. We're doing all right here.
Guys are on fire.
Yeah, I've only got
Absolutely
one of
on
them
fire.
right so far.
I'll give you an easy one now. Dustin the Turkey was a puppet who represented which country at the 2008 Eurovision Song Contest?
Dustin the Turkey.
Dustin the Turkey.
Dustin the Turkey.
Dustin the Turkey. Well, it wasn't us, was it?
It wasn't. Oh, I don't know.
No, it wasn't
Could be.
Ireland. It wasn't
It
UK.
wasn't us.
No.
Sorry, did you say what?
Ireland?
Ireland. I tell you what. You should do a radio show with this knowledge.
Maybe one day you'd have me on as your sidekick.
Oh, yes. I need somebody to help me out the chair. We should try one more.
Go for it.
The UK's 2024 Eurovision entry, Ollie Alexander, first
Yeah.
found fame as lead singer of which chart act?
Oh, was it Years and Years?
Years and Years. Charlotte's done it again. Yeah.
Down with the kids, Charlotte. Down with all the cool stuff.
I know you'll all be watching more for on Monday and Tuesday night.
Yes,
9
we will.
p.m. to
Testing
catch
it
up.
out.
Just to get your
celeb-
knowledge
and
up to.
And it's celebrities, right?
Celebrities, the first two
Sally
shows.
Lindsay's on there.
Sally's on there,
Love it.
Toya's on there, Gareth Malone, Nish
Fantastic.
Kumar. We've got lots of
Listen,
great people.
Before we let you go, we do need to talk about one particular person, and I think you know who that is, Mr. Steve Wright.
Oh, dear old Steve.
You know, what a huge loss to radio. And people watching this show right now, well, as soon as you mention Steve Wright, people go, oh, gosh, Steve Wright.
Yeah.
Heartbreak.
Yeah, part of our lives for
Yeah.
so many years. I first met him back in '82, I think it was, when I was sitting in for Ray Moore on Radio 2 and Steve was sitting in for Mike Reid on Radio 1. And he jumped up on the desk at that time, which is something that neither of us could do in recent years, I have to say. But he was just a ball of energy at that time. And on air, he stayed exactly that.
Well, you know, I was interviewed by him a few times when I had my comedy. He's so generous as an interviewer, wasn't he? He made you really feel like a star on that show. It was
And he wanted the best for everybody, for himself and for his interviewees.
Yeah.
So, you know, if anything didn't quite work, he'd do it again and make sure it was absolutely perfect before it got on air. You know, an absolute perfectionist and a man who understood radio in his bones.
They don't make them like that anymore, do
No, well, you know, I'm sure there's somebody coming up. But in the meantime, I'll stick where I am.
Ken, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank
Good
you,
luck with your
brother.
show.
Lovely
Great
to see you all.
Ken.
Not that you need it. Amazing.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with yours, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Cruel.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you.